Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at those little blue circles that we see when we go into the task feature on your phones. When you're trying to submit a name using tasks, you see that blue circle. Those are called record hints. Those are documents that the computer system has found that it thinks match up with your family members. Now they want you to look at them to see for sure that they do match up, and if so, to connect them to the appropriate files. So it begins the same as when we're doing the task features. In Android, the three lines at the top, down to tasks. In iOS, the task feature at the bottom of the screen. This time we want to click on hints, which brings up all of the blue circles because that's what we're dealing with today. I'd like to select Ann Sellers as our subject. And as we click on her name, it opens up her file. But before we get too much into it, I'd like to see a little more about Ann and learn a bit about her. So first I'll select her parents. And as we see, we have no information about her parents, so not much we can learn there. So let's look at spouses. Spouses, she has two spouses, Martin Mellinger and Charles Colvin. All right, so that's about all we're going to know about her. I see no children. So let's go and look at the record hint that has been found for us. So we click on the blue dot, and that will open up a record hint. And as you see, we have two record hints, but they're both the same. So we'll click on the top one. That will open up and give us some basic information about what has been indexed from that record. And as we see, it is a record of Charles Colvin, who we saw earlier was her spouse. And her name shows as Anna Milner or Milliner. If we look at her other husband of Martin Mellinger, that's probably where that name comes from, having been misspelled either in the way it was recorded or the way it was indexed. But to be sure, let's compare them and go see what they look like. When we click compare, it's going to open up a new window showing us the record that we're looking at on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, this is the information that's contained in Family Tree. As we look, the names are different, which we already noticed. Still not sure exactly. But let's look down a little lower. So yes, Martin Mellinger is her first husband, and Charles Armstrong Colvin is her second husband. So it looks like that one would fit. So let's go clear to the bottom. Is it not a match? I think it's a match. It looks to me like we can understand this document very easily, how it connects with her. So yes, we want to attach that to her file. So having clicked on that, it tells us that we have connected that record to Anna Milner or Milliner. But now what it's telling us is that Charles Colvin, the groom, we have not yet attached him, so let's review the others. So now it's going to open up the groom's file, or that of Charles. It's going to have, again, the record information on the left as it's been indexed. Also, you can see that little document there. If you click on that, that'll show you a larger version of the original document. And on the right is going to be Charles' file. So again, we say, yeah, there's a difference in his name. One has his middle name where the marriage record did not contain that. Again, as we scroll down, we see the marriage information matches other than the one in his file. The original one has 25 July without a space in it. And so it has imported the other marriage information directly from the record. If we didn't want that in there, we could click undo and that would be removed. but I think we can leave it. It doesn't hurt. So yes, we know that's him. We want to attach him. Now you see there is no more indication of anyone to attach, so we can click Done. And then it will confirm that there are no more hints available for that person. So let's go down and look here at a new tab that we haven't talked about before called Recents. Recents, when we click on that, what it does is open up the last 50 people that you have looked at in your file in Family Search. This is an easy way to go back and try to recall when you're trying to recall someone that you've looked at but you couldn't remember their name. You go here, you can scroll down, you can find them. Well, Ann Sellers is the one we want to look at, so we'll click on her name. This will open up her main file again, only now we want to click on Sources so that we can see what we actually did is we added a source, 1879 Indiana marriages. So here we've documented her marriage information. And if you glance down here, you'll see that there are a couple of these that have people have added, but they haven't added all of the people that were found in the record. So that's something that needs to be taken care of. Right now, what I'd encourage you to do is go back, look at tasks, and see what else you can find. Thanks for watching.